Hi, and welcome to M1 Yarns and the Michigan Makers Podcast. If you're new here, welcome. This is a knitting-based podcast, and if you're returning, welcome back. My name is Jamie. I'm the yarn dyer behind m1yarns.com, and today I have a finished object review video for you. Fresh off my needles, this was a test knit for Maral, who goes by the handle Knitting Ruined My Life on Instagram and Ravelry. And this is her latest design, the Barbie crop. And if you are watching this in the future, now is the time that the new Barbie movie is coming out in theaters. And so she designed this as a little nod to that. Now, I'm going to give you the down and dirty on my project, what I did differently from the pattern and all that good stuff. So if you're interested, let's dive in. Okay, so first and foremost, let me say that about a year ago, I test knit another design of Maral's, and that was the Cowgirl crop. Loved it so much, I knit it in 10 days. And I've wanted to test knit some of her other new designs, but in the meantime, I was kind of busy, and so I was really excited when she was seeking test knitters for this, because I do love a good color work sweater. So this is DK weight, and the pattern calls for either 2 or 3 colors. So you have your main color, which for me is this black. And by the way, all of this is my own hand-dyed yarn on the Easy Rider Superwash base. So the main color obviously is this black, which the colorway name is Night. And for this main color, for my size, which I knit size 2, I used nearly 2 full skeins of the black. I would have used more, but I'll get back to that. So like I said, I knit size 2. I'm a 36 bust, and according to her chart, based on my bust size, I should have knit size 3, but I prefer a little less positive ease, and so I'm pretty happy with it. I always see podcasters like do this to illustrate how much positive ease you have in the bust, which just seems very strange to me. Anyway, so what I did differently on this, which caused me to use less of the black yarn, was the pattern calls for the ribbing here and down here and then on the arms to be in the main color, which for me would have been the black. But I really think that a contrast ribbing, especially for something really fun like this, is just that like extra pop. And how I started thinking about that was that I think having color down here when you're wearing a sweater that's going to not be tucked in, this kind of creates the visual that like a belt would, where it gives you some sort of break between your top and your bottom, which I like. That's just a me thing. So I did the neck and the waist in the pink, like the shoes, and then the sleeves in the orange. So subsequently, I used a little bit more of my contrast colors and a little bit less of the black. You can do 2 colors, meaning 1 main color and 1 contrast color. Well, you can do whatever you want, really. I mean, let's be real. For those who don't like 3 color work, she does give you instruction in the pattern on how to do the flowers and then the purses without like that second contrast color. But I think it was well worth the extra effort. And if you're not comfortable with 3 color work, my advice is just slow down, give yourself a little grace, and hold one yarn in your left hand, one yarn in your right hand, and then switch the ones, let's see, your pop of color, which for me would be the orange and the pink, should be in your left hand. So then you would just alternate. Pick one up, put one down, and so forth. I think it was well worth the effort. Oh, I didn't tell you about the contrast colors. So this is my Marmalade colorway, and this is my Berry Compote colorway. So this is what I have left of these. I have a tiny little ball like that, my main color. I knit it to pattern, except for the change in the ribbon colors. I did do the short rows on the back, which I normally am not a fan of short rows. I don't know if it's my body or what, but I don't particularly feel like they add any value. But because this was a test knit, I did go ahead and do the short rows. And let's see what else. Oh, the pattern says to knit the body for like 9 inches, but I think I have a short torso, so I only did 8. So again, that might factor in things. My row gauge was a little bit off, and subsequently, I think my these little handbags come just very slightly lower than probably was meant to be. I mean, very slightly. So probably not even worth mentioning. Overall, I love it. Maral is an amazing designer. And if you're not familiar with her designs, I do encourage you to go on Ravelry and check out her whole lineup. She has about 8 or 9 designs now. And yeah, I think if you are a new colorwork knitter, this is probably not the pattern for you, because there are some long floats, meaning the gap between, like, so on this round, the gap between here and here where you'd knit a pink stitch and then knit a bunch of black stitches and then knit another pink stitch, that's long. And if you're not used to catching your floats, which I don't normally do, but on long floats like that, I would. That can be a little tricky for newbie colorwork knitters. So, but other than that, such a fun pattern. Oh, and let me tell you, okay, so I just took finished object photos, and I'll insert one here. But I do love a good themed photo shoot. And I mean, this one was just screaming for, you can't just like do a flat lay or just stand against a white wall. You got to jazz it up and have some fun. So I did what any good knitter would do, and I went on Amazon, got some accessories which clearly fit the bill, and went and did a little crazy photo shoot on a busy road so that everyone could watch me act crazy. So that was really fun, but well worth it. So anyway, if you make this, please let me know what your color choices are and how it turned out and how you styled your finished object photo, because I think that's always super fun. And yeah, all good things to say. So until next time, if you liked this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up and hitting subscribe as I drop videos, whether it be a finished object review like this or my regular podcast about once a week or so. So anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.